my name is Melody and welcome back to Strawberry Lemon. So today I have a list type of video for y'all. So I probably won't go into depth into all of these books, but yeah, if you have been on Book Twitter or Bookstagram, you've probably seen this challenge floating around. It is the 12 challenge, which is 12 months to read 12 books recommended by 12 friends. And yeah, I asked on my Twitter for some recs and I was not expecting to actually get 12 recs. So thank you everybody who recommended me books. I couldn't include everybody's recommendations, so I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, let's get started in this video. I'm really excited to do this. So first up, we have a recommendation from Sato from Sato Bean, and it is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. And this book was all over BookTube, I feel like a year or so ago. And I don't even remember what it was about. I just feel like if memory serves me right, it's like a really heartbreaking book and very impactful, and it's just a powerful read, and I believe it's pretty chunky too. This has been on my TBR for a really long time, so thank you Sato for making me actually go and read it now. And yeah, book number 2 is a recommendation from Vicky Book Lover, and it is Battle Royale by Ko Shun Takami. And I was supposed to buddy read this with Vicky a year ago, I think, and that did not happen. I got through the first 60 pages, I think, and I think I was just really busy with school and everything, so I never ended up finishing the book. So, Vicky, thank you for making me finish it finally. It is a chonker. It's such a chunky book, but I will be getting to it, and it is about a bunch of kids who are shipped off to an island, I think, and they all have to fight to death until one is remaining. And book number 3 is a recommendation from Ashley from A Fiction and Fantasy, or Ashley's Reads, and it is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. And this book, even after reading the synopsis, I could not tell you what this book is about. A lot of things are happening in this book, but it has something to do with like stealing a princess's identity. There's a curse that turns you into jewels or something. There is a half-god fiance. It just sounds like a lot is happening, but it does sound really interesting. And yeah, book number 4 is a recommendation from Preet from the Bookish Nook, and it is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. And this, I think it's about pen pals who have been mailing each other for a couple of years now, but they never sent photographs or anything to each other. And one day, one of them accidentally kind of meets the other and does not like what they see and just stops mailing the other person. And the other person is like, what is happening? Where did they go? And everything. And I'm assuming they meet eventually, and maybe there's some romance. If there is, that would be really cute, because meeting your significant other through a pen pal kind of thing is it's so cute. But yeah, I feel like I've heard good things on BookTube about it, so we'll see. Book number 5 was a recommendation from Jody from Witchin' and Readin', and it is Scarlet by A.C. Gowan. And this is a Robin Hood retelling, it kind of sounds like. So Scarlet is Robin Hood, and everybody besides like her people know that she's a girl, but everybody else thinks Robin Hood is a guy. And I think there's somebody trying to hunt down Robin Hood, and it just sounds really interesting. I love retellings, so I'm all for this. And next, book number 6 was recommended by Kayla from Night of the Cloud, and it is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And this was also, I feel like, a really popular book that people were talking about, but I honestly cannot tell you what it was about. I think there's some magical book type of thing happening, and there is a secret underworld thing. Not sure, but I do have written down from the synopsis, a place of pirates, painters, lovers, liars, and ships that sail upon a starless sea. And that is just such a beautiful line, so I'm really excited to read this. And yeah, book number 7 was a recommendation from Martine from Just Martine, and it is the second book from Anna Green Gables. I read the first book last year, also from Martine's recommendation, and I believe I gave it 5 stars. It's a really wholesome book that just follows Anne through her childhood and through her imagination and everything. And I think the whole series just follows her as she grows up. And I have been meaning to continue the series, did not have the motivation to do it. So Martine's giving me the motivation to read it, and I'm really excited for all the wholesomeness that I'm expecting from the second book. And book number 8 was a recommendation from Hugo from Scientist Reading World, and it is Down Comes the Night by Alison Saff. I think this book has magic. There are monsters in a mansion, and it also sounds like there's some forbidden romance going on in this book, and I do like me some forbidden romance, so excited for this as well. And monsters in a mansion, yay! And book number 9 was recommended by Ryan from Little Bit of Books, and it is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. And this is about 2 friends who are basically like sisters, but one day one of them, Monday, just disappears, doesn't show up for school, and the other girl, Claudia, is like, where's my best friend? What is happening? And she's just trying to like figure out what happened with the disappearance of her best friend. And as she digs into that, it says she discovers that no one seems to remember the last time they saw Monday. How can a teenage girl just vanish without anyone noticing that she's gone? So it sounds like a mystery thriller, maybe mystery definitely kind of thing. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this book goes. And book number 10 was a recommendation from Emma from Boas_books, and it is The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and it is about a girl named Vivi, and she cursed her ex after they broke up, and she thought it would just be like a bad hair day kind of thing, but her ex comes back into town. I think about 9 years has passed, and like a bunch of things are happening around him. He is under attack from murderers, wind-up toys, a pissed off ghost, and a talking cat. And this just sounds like a really funny book, and maybe some romance there. And yeah, book number 11 is recommended from Louise from Louise's Library, and it is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And this, I believe, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It has been sitting on my physical TBR for a long time, and as I said before, I really do like retellings, so I'm glad to get this off of my physical TBR because I have way too many books on my physical TBR. And last but definitely not least, number 12 was a recommendation from Anna from the Book Dreamers Alley, and it is 4 Years Trapped in My Mind Palace by Johan Twist. And this is about Aaron, who is 14 years old, I believe, and he has a rare form of meningitis, and he is paralyzed from head to toe, and all the doctors and everything think that he is basically brain dead, but no, he's actually really aware of all of his surroundings and everything, but he just has no way of communication. So he goes off into his imaginary world that he has made called the Mind Palace, and I believe everything starts changing when he gets a new roommate who is also another patient. And yeah, I think it is a coming of age kind of book, and I have not heard of it before, so I'm really excited to read it. And that is all the books on this list. If anybody ever wants to buddy read any of these books, please let me know down below in the comments and we can figure something out. If you have read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, I hope you like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!
You better say a prayer for me, clear the air for me. We pretend like nothing's wrong, we better keep it down, okay? Show me up, can't be just a friend if there's something more. Can't fake it, then I want you closer. I'm patient, so I do it for you.